What's up, guys? This is Julian with SRI. I'm here today at Country Come Lanes here on Watt Avenue near the Arden area in Sacramento. I'm going to be putting in a new TXV and filter dryer. This call was diagnosed by one of my other colleagues. Read his nose thoroughly, looked all good. We're just throwing a nice little filter dryer guy. Once you open the system up, you always want to change the filter dryer. And we're going to change one of these bad boys right here. Throw this in. We're gonna go step by step, best we can. Show you guys what's up. So we're doing work for Easy Ice. I'm placing the TXV for this Icetro right here. So this guy's been a problem for a while now. I guess from the notes it's either frosting up or if it's not distributing the refrigerant properly. Like it's getting restricted. Let's take a look here. Just confirm. Look at this. So this is the same one we have. But we're gonna get this guy replaced. The filter dryer on here, so I have to run on this side when I get a chance. Cut that open. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the filter. I'm gonna cut the TXV out first, and then or the expansion valve. I'm sorry. And then once I cut that out, braze the new one in, and then I'm gonna cut out the filter dryer. I'm gonna get to the highest point I'm able to do and cut it. I don't mind this being a little bit shorter, and push comes to shove, I can always, and I'm still debating whether I want to pre-braze like a copper piece onto the new TXV, just because these are known to be a little bit difficult to braze in. I personally hadn't had too many issues basically, so I feel pretty confident just brazing it in straight. But since we are taking some off, it might be actually good and beneficial that we add some extra just so it's good. But I mean there's a lot of slack here. I'm not too worried. I'm more worried about this part, since this actually tells, you know, how high it's gonna be, but I can move that around a little bit, it's no biggie. This can cut out. You should get a tiny hiss coming out of this thing here, so we shall see. Boom, boom. There we go, nothing crazy. Move that out the way. Let's see if I can get this guy out a little bit. Okay, not too much, I don't want to damage nothing. They made a small automatic copper cutter. Yeah, I have the big one. It works like a champ, but it would not fit in this size of a system, to be quite fair. I'll do this one hand for your guys' viewership right here. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. As you're cutting, tightening it as you go. You don't want to tighten it too quick. You kind of want to make sure it's like, see how it's spinning freely. That's good. You know, tighten it up again. Boom, boom. force take this out. Yeah, because I don't know what's the deal with this electrical tank, but it's no bueno for me. I'll sort this out here. Okay, it look like Alright, I got my nitro in. Okay, I'm opening that. You should be able to see that going right through here, which is perfect because that's exactly. Now I have these magnetic clips. I don't want nothing burnt up in this thing, so personally, I got this. I got my heat shield right here. I'm gonna throw my heat shield behind here, and I'm gonna try to get it to where it clamps on somewhere. Doesn't have any. I have zero doubt that there we go. That'll actually burn anything like this. Yeah, there we go. Actually, look at that. Freaking throw this. Oh, look at that. So now we got this. Oh, that's there. That's pretty, if you ask me, that's pretty nifty if you ask me. All I got. I'm gonna give this guy a shot. This is, I love using this rod. You tend to use a lot less heat using this one. And, you know, sometimes more heat isn't better. Some cases it is. Like if you're brazing in like 7/8, 1 inch copper lines, it's very good to have like a rose tip, freaking a lot of heat. But in this case, we don't need a lot of heat. So we're gonna get this prepped, this area. My wet rag right here. We're gonna get this prepped. And I'm gonna have a cold rag on standby because cold rag is freaking king. Get a little water in here real quick. Should be good. Should keep that here. Now, why put water in, Julian? Well, it needs to rehydrate. This stuff is pretty good. Dries up really easy because of the flame, whatever equipment you have on. It really absorbs a lot of the heat. So, and plus when it's wet, it forms together a whole lot easier. So I wouldn't have, I have zero worry basically. There you go. Look at that. Really see the light, not more sparkly clean here. Now, I was showing you guys earlier. I could get a good angle on it. If you're looking at it, you might think, hey, hey, there's the darn gap. They're gonna be leaking. Well, screw off, Clyde. We're not gonna worry about that. We're back again. Battery died. But we're gonna keep charging it. Right when this guy hits one around that 174-ish, just make sure we have as high pressure as we can. We really want to make sure that there's no leaks in the system. When you have it high pressure, it really puts a lot of tension on the rest of the components. So, I mean, if it pops, anything pops right now, something busts, that's a clear indication that something's faulty in here. You know, if it can't hold pressure of nitrogen, then it won't hold no refrigerant pressure whatsoever. Now, watching our pressures equalize here. This is normal since we do have the solenoid open. We have you know, we're charging it up and it's not running, so it's just naturally gonna do its thing. Equalize, see right here. Sometimes I give it like a couple of minutes before I fully give it a judgment. But what we're gonna do is I brought some gabagoo right here. Now this stuff is really good for just checking if you have any leaks anywhere. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna spray some of this. Nice little put it around it. I'm gonna get this in here. It's gonna be a little harder, but I want to try to get it, drop it right in here. Boom. Now, typically I don't always do this just because I'm very confident. I'd already hear it. I'll do a nice little visual inspection on it. But for the case of the viewers, this is probably the best way you can visually see a leak anywhere. Now, if I get my side glass and I take a nice quick look in here and I take a quick peep, as you can see, you get no bubbles. See that gap I'm telling you about? Even though there's a gap, doesn't mean it's gonna leak on you. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean jack. So it's good to just have, you know, just double check, see if you got any leakers anywhere. Obviously it's holding too as well. Yeah, I get zero signs of leakage here, which is great. That's what we want. Next thing is we're gonna go work on that filter dryer up there. All right, so for this instance right here, I moved this over just a little bit so I get a better grip on it. But for this case, you know, as much as I could sweat this out, I'm not a big fan of sweating it out per se. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it right about here, and I'm just gonna create a new elbow. I'm just gonna swedge a new one. I can just directly braze it on the new filter dryer. That other side, I should be able to either swedge or cut. I might have to braze that one off though, just because I don't know if you can see, they have a mount for a probe. I could, you know, braze it back in, all that stuff, but honestly, it's just gonna make it a little bit more complicated. I'm just gonna braze that one off for now. Pull it right off. It'll be easier once I have this open. I should be able to just yoink it out, throw the new one in, braze it back in, call it a day. I'm gonna pre-braze the other one. Very optimal, just for that reason. We look going out this way, boom, boom. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this guy, make sure this doesn't break or smash it. That's not what I want. I just want it to hold. Boom, perfecto. So what I'm gonna do is get this paste. Paste rolled out, roll it around, boom, boom. See if you guys even see what I'm doing. There you go. Perfect. What's this at? So I can pull it out. Alrighty, that looks good for my house. Just like that, look at that. Now, was that easy or not? To me, that was very easy. It was very, 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 very small amounts of heat you really need for those orange brazing rods. And it makes your stuff look like factory welds too. Look at that. Now, the important thing is when you're brazing something out, is you don't want to pull it out way too soon whatsoever. You want to like get the heat on, let it be on for a while, and then start twisting and pulling and all that good stuff. Just because you could accidentally tear. See how that loosely came off right there? I didn't even touch it, do anything yet. Perfect. The pipe, and then I could touch it up right after. That's like my main goal right now. Dude, this will get its touch up. Ow! Motherfucker. Alright. Scale of 1 to confident. How confident am I? I think I'm confident. We're gonna see right now once we do a pressure check on here. I'm gonna grab right here. Another rag, make sure it's nice and cool. There you go. Make sure this is good. We're good there. Perfect. Now we're solid. Freaking sometimes I impress myself. Alright, we're gonna purge here in a second. See the equalize down. Let's see. Just slow down. Just in a second. Actually, I'll leave it open for now. now. It's not that big of a leak to make a huge difference. Once I see it get all weird, I'll close it up. It's normal drop, so just give it a second. Back at it again. We're reading at 360 microns. This is great. We're running brand new. I'm gonna let that run just a little bit longer. And we're gonna charge the system up. And we'll go on from there. We're all closed up here. Good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up. Alrighty. It's up right here. Boom, we got refrigerant. Now if I open this up and then open my high side right over here. Now there should be nothing going in because I have this closed off. But if we open it right here, oh, now we're ready to go. Now this whole line is filled with liquid refrigerant. No contaminants, no non-condensables. If I would have just charged it right away from here, it basically would show no point of vacuuming at all. Because the goal was to take all the non-condensables out. Now that we have it cleared up, the lines are only filled up with refrigerant, and I can do the same thing for this side too. Open this. Oh, we're solid. I'm gonna make sure that we are teared. I'm gonna start from scratch there, and now I'm gonna open this guy up. I already took my my solenoid magnet out, tightened it down. Good. Don't worry about that left pressure. That's just since it's closed off. It's just gonna show high pressure. That right one is accurate. We're gonna just run it until it fills up to about 3 point some of the refrigerant. Should have it right here actually. Yep, 3.7, 3.79. That's what we're gonna go for. Slow it down a little bit here. Oh, that might be just around the money. Yep, look at that. It's filling up in there. AC or this other ice. It 20-degree freeze time. Not bad, but not good. Let's see how long the harvest is. thickness of the ice. This is the ice. Thickness is a tiny bit on the thicker side. I'm just gonna go down a tiny bit and leave it be. This unit's dropping good, nice solid ice. This is nice. Short